Hi guys, so this is my first YouTube video and my name is Biggest J Big Money anyone. This is my first time doing this, so I'll try my best to make it as simple and fast as possible. And I've promised you guys this for a very long time. On my Telegram and Twitter, I've been talking about, making a YouTube video. So right now, I just want to share this first one, and I hope you guys would enjoy and learn from it. So let's get going. So this is how I basically made about $20,000 trading gold this week. And right now, basically, I'm looking for all-time high in gold. So first things first, you know, I want to give you guys a tip, right? So when you're trading, especially gold and BTC, make sure you spot or you look for a break of structure and a change of character. Without break of structures or change of characters, you cannot identify the direction of the market. Now, what do I mean by that? Without having something like this, without having something like this, without having something like this, you can't identify the trend of the market, whereby there's a break of structure right here, there's a break here, and so many breaks, All these things are very necessary. These are just the basic market structure knowledge that we have, right? Now, this basic structure markets, this basic market structure knowledge that we all know is very, very important in today's market. But people tend to neglect them. And I won't lie, I was one of them in the beginning, but I had to relearn and kept learning. So right now, what do I say? Without a break of structure, without a change of character, without you knowing that market is breaking structure, you cannot identify the direction of market. So I'm gonna make this very fast. So this is 31st December. I'm just gonna ahead and show you how I made 20K this year already. And this is 12. This is today's yesterday was 9th of January. So all right. So what did I do? I went to the daily time frame. I went to the daily time frame. So basically, first of all, I was looking for okay, what's market doing, where's price going to. I start from the weekly every time. So in a situation like this, I was expecting a pullback to this level right here, but then price didn't do that. Then I went down to the daily to look for why, right? Now on the daily time frame, you can see guys, there's been so many breaks of structure to the upside. Here, break here, break here. There's a break of structure right here. So now we know that price is bullish as fuck. And then this external break of structure right here. Now, for an example, if this candle hadn't taken out like the candle body close, like it wouldn't buy, market wouldn't be bullish anymore. If there was a sweep, like this maybe a week from one of these candles just swept this high without breaking with a candle body close above this high, it will just be, sweep of liquidity and we expect price to tank. But with this candle body close above, we just understood our direction, which was bullish. So basically, we're buying, buy, 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 buy. So all you have to do, you just have to look for the next possible buy, right? Now on the 12 hours time frame, there was a next possible buy here. This is another block right here, another block here. Right. Now, what can we see? We can spot our liquidity. We can spot our liquidity right here. Liquidity, break of structure. There's a break of structure right here. Break of this structure and break of this structure. So basically, we have double break right here, the internal and the external break. And then we have our other block right here that on the 12 hours. But basically, this is just for swinging. People that want to swing. So, but where did I take my trade from? Now I didn't take my trade from the 4 hours, from the 12 hours. I went down to the 4 hours time frame. Why? Because I spotted another liquidity right here that price needs to take out. So this was an inducement right here, inducement, then our 4 hours order block. Now when this 4 hours order block was formed, what happened? There was a break and another break here and liquidity. So what does it mean? We're buying. There's no reason for us to sell. And if you guys can see, to add to what I taught you guys, this was a high, and this candle closed with a candle body close. So basically, this is a break of structure. You feel me? So like break of structure would actually help you identify the direction of the market. So now when we identify that, all right, market is buying from this other block ground. So what's the next thing? We're only looking for buys. We're only looking for buys to what? To the next what's it called? To the next external liquidity, which is right here. So everything we're going to be doing right now is buy, buy. We're going to be buying, buying, buying all the way to take out this external high right here. So that's the only thing we're doing, right? Now in this situation here, so I had the first trade, which was this. This was my first trade. I sent it out. So this trade was actually in, you know, 1 to 14, that's my target. But then let's look for other continuations. So remember, I've identified the first buy entry. So let's go down to the lower time frame. Let's see what we can have for continuation there. So on the lower time frame, what do we have? What do we have? On the lower time frame, I think 45 minutes, you can spot this other block right here. For 5 minutes, other block right here. And this was another buy, right? And this was another buy right here. Second buy here. Now, why am I confident buying? Because I already identified my direction. And then remember that price would only go to the next before price reverse the overall direction. This high must be taken out, which is the external high must be swept before we look for, like before we can say, okay, market is changing directions. So this is a swing buy. Just keep holding your buy to this high is taken out. Right now, we already have this. We already have this here. This was 45 minutes. So if our target, if we're holding to target, this is 1:19 risk to reward ratio, right? Now this way, in this way, you're going to be confident for all your trades. So basically, we know that we're looking for buy, 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 and to just keep buying, right? Now this was for 5 minutes. So I want to keep showing you guys how you can keep looking for re-entries, when you already have your direction identified. So you guys know that this low is protected because it swept this liquidity, and this is a protected low. So basically we're confident about more buys, more buys, more buys. So the next let me look for, I think I had another trade. There was another trade I took. I can't remember the time frame, but I'm just gonna find it. I'm just gonna find it. I didn't want to like mark all of them out. I wanted to do that with everybody on the chat. Right. I wanted to do that with everybody watching me do it. Okay, so I had something else. So I had this 4 hours breakup block right here. So the 4 hours breakup block. So this was entry 3. But this didn't really tap. It tapped in the lower, maybe 2 hours break or something. I'll check. So this was entry three, entry 3. Now on this breaker, yeah, it didn't on this broker on Forex.com, it didn't tap, but like I think on other brokers it tapped. So yeah, this is valid. It tapped this breaker. Broker differences causes a lot of damage to some of us sometimes, but we never talk about it. So now this was entry 3, by continuation, right? Now we'll go down to 2 hours time frame. So in 2 hours, there's something I teach my students. Something I teach my students a level for continuation after identifying the 4 hours POI. So this was what I saw. I saw that, but then on the 15 minutes, there's an order block right there. Yes, there was a clean order block right here on the 15 minutes time frame right here. You guys gonna see. So this was entry model 4. This was entry 4 for buys. Break right here. You guys gonna see break liquidity order block. This other block is protected because it serves this liquidity right here. So this low is protected, and then price comes back by. Right now, this was entry 4. That's crazy. That is, you can see how you can keep leveraging on the same entry in a direction. They have identified your direction. So the only thing you have that you owe the market right now, once you identify your direction, is to keep buying. Keep buying, right? Now, I have this right here. So this was on 30 minutes breaker. Now, what did I see here? I saw my breaker structure right here. I saw my liquidity and I saw price tapping into my 30 minutes breaker block right here. So this was entry 4, entry 1, entry 2, entry 3, entry 4, entry 5, basically. That was the fifth entry for the same direction. Isn't that crazy? It is crazy. It is crazy, you know what I'm saying? So that was what so that was the fifth entry for the same direction. Now on the 15 minutes, obviously, like I keep looking for where I can hop on, next place I can enter, next trade I can enter from, so I'm looking for the next trade I can enter from, and so what trade did I be? Sorry, give me a minute. I'm trying to put my phone on silent. So what trade would that be? Okay, so basically I identified this 5 minutes order block right here, but price didn't come to it. Now, in a situation whereby you have two POIs like this and this, you take from the one closest to current market price. So I had two valid POIs, this and this, but which one did I take from the one closest to current market price? So that was why price tapped this and bought all the way up here. Right. Now on the, let me see again, 30 minutes. What was it? 1 hour. Okay. You see price tapped here and bought, but then people would have waited to buy from this other block right here. But why buy from another block right here when there's a POI close and valid on the lower time frame? So that was a price bought from. But then I also have this as a re-entry in case price wants to come back here, right? But then I would not talk about that right now because price in tap. So I don't think price coming back here like right now, like maybe in future, but not now until the goal has been identified. So on the 5 minutes, I took this trade on this trade I took on the 5 minutes. Let me mark it out. Okay, so yeah. So on the 5 minutes, so before then I saw this on the 5 minutes. So this is entry what? Let's keep counting, bro. Okay, this didn't play out, I'm going to delete it. So let's keep counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this is 7 entries on one direction, just this January. So now this was the seventh one. Now this is the one I also took this one yesterday. This was on Friday. That was yesterday. I took this on Friday. Now this gave me What ratio? I even stopped marking out the ratio, man, because if you keep marking it out, you're gonna see that it's clean. It's clean, very, very clean, right? So the same thing over and over and over again. The same thing over and over and over again, right? So this is it. This is just how simple it is. Like nothing so much, doing too much. You just doing your thing, marking out. When you get your directional bias, you just follow your direction and keep going up. You know. So basically, my next entry would be let me see something. So my next entry will be this breakup block right here. This breakup block right here. Okay, let me use this line of market. So I have this breakup block right here. Now with this breakout, there was a breakout structure, right? Same thing for the new week. There's a breakout structure, sorry, and another breakout structure right here. So you guys can see here, what is this? What am I still identifying? Remember, this is our target. This external high right here is the target. So we're all buying all the way up to take out this high. So basically, this is it. So why am I choosing the breakout ahead of the other block? Because the breakout block is the POI closest to the liquidity. So when there are two POIs, we take the POI closest to the liquidity. So right now, this one I'm expecting for gold on the new week, and this is how I made $20,000 trading gold this new week. First buy, second buy, third buy, fourth buy, fifth buy, sixth buy, seventh buy. And now I want to take my eighth buy on Monday. So basically, I pray and wait for price to come down and tap me in here. Then I'll be buying all the way to, I'll be buying all the way to, I'm just gonna like maybe 50 pips SL just for safety. I'm gonna be buying all the way to this, and I want to risk about 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 on this trade, So let's see, if I reach 3,000, I'm making about $40,000. So let's see how it goes. And guys, my name is Biggest J, and this is my first YouTube video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, enjoyed the section, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Telegram. I have about 6,000, it's close to 7,000 subscribers on Telegram. My Twitter, every record is there, all my good trades are there. So thank you guys for tuning in right now and watching my video. Have a blessed day.